Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. And now,
broadcasting live.
We will broadcast
live. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
Hey, let's go.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Peeps, big up on yourself. Good night. Why? Okay, I'm frightened, you know. And them something there. Well, there, I talked to one this morning about what going with Hurricane Beryl. It is still barreling forward to the Eastern Caribbean, the Windward Islands primarily. Again, let me preface this by saying that I am not a meteorologist, I am not a climatologist. However, I do have a decade or two experience teaching geography at the high school level, and as such, I may be fairly comfortable with the content matter when it comes on to things of this nature. Yeah, man, peeps, big up on yourself. We're there. Shout out to the people that were there this morning. Sorry, guys. There has been developments since. The system is still at category 4. Very, 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 very dangerous hurricane. As I said, hurricanes are measured on the Saffir-Simpson scale, and the highest rating is category 5. Mean you have had hurricanes being massive category 5 hurricanes. I don't know if in the future they will add a category 6. No. But for now, it is still not looking any better for the Windward Islands, especially Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, possibly Tobago and Barbados as well. As at, let me share something here. So as at 8 p.m. Sunday, if you're looking at the graphic here, you're seeing where the center of Hurricane Beryl was located. So Sunday, June 20, 2024, 8 p.m. The system was located at latitude 11.2 degrees north and longitude 57.3 degrees west, with maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. When we spoke this morning, the maximum sustained winds were about 120 miles per hour with higher gusts. And the system is moving west-northwest at 18 miles per hour. The forward motion or the forward speed of the system has also slowed down. Well, the intensity has increased, but the forward motion has slowed down. It was clocking about 21 miles per hour earlier, and we're saying that was actually a good thing, because if you have a massive hurricane in terms of intensity, you want it to be moving as fast as possible so it doesn't sit or linger or remain stationary over any place for any extended period of time, because the longer you're exposed to intense winds is the more damage to property and infrastructure. The longer you're exposed to torrential rainfall is the greater the probability of flooding. The longer you're exposed to winds again, the greater likelihood of storm surges along coastal areas and a whole host of things. So the faster the system is moving, the better it is. You understand? So it come, do what it is doing, whatever that is, and it moves on. You don't want a system sitting over a location for hours on end. That is not good. But the forward speed has checked to 18 miles per hour as at 8 o'clock. And yeah. Now, when you look here, the areas in red are under hurricane warnings. So it is very likely that these islands that are in red, we have Barbados, which is the furthest out east in the Atlantic Ocean. Then we have Tobago there. Then we have the likes of Grenada at the last island in the Windward chain, going up to St. Vincent up by the top there. So all the islands are the Grenadines, Grenada, Tobago, and Barbados are currently under hurricane warnings, meaning that in very short time, very short order, the possibilities that hurricane conditions will or may start affecting those areas. I'll speak to the Jamaica aspect of the thing as I go on, so I just treat him with this part. Trinidad is also on the tropical storm watch, so it means that within a very short period of time, 24 hours or less, tropical storm conditions may start to affect Trinidad and other islands in the northern windward. We're seeing where up to St. Lucia is going to be experiencing possibly tropical storm condition. So yeah, is it going to hit Trinity? Big up yourself. Hit where though? Which question you asking me specifically? So all the people at Back Road in Portmore need to relocate. Yeah, they are basically on the seaside, and around there is extremely flat. So but I guess they will tell you though that Back Road has survived the passage of many systems in the past, and so I don't know, many businesses are along that strip. So yeah, and that is the seaside, the seaward side of the road is where the greatest level of infrastructure is located. So yeah, for the people that may ask, hey man, I know run a back road stay, but you understand? So that is the situation. What I want to find out though before I treat even with the Jamaican situation is I want to know if there's anybody currently in the stream that is located anywhere in the Windward Islands, from St. Lucia go down to Grenada, out in Barbados, in Tobago, even if in Trinidad, what are the conditions like presently? Zane, one of the issue facing, it's gonna hit my island, Grenada. Yeah, Grenada is staring down the barrel of the gun, so to speak. Miss J said she's in Barbados. That is what you're saying, Jay. And Raider Nation, where are you? Are you currently in Grenada or no? Kevin Briscoe, good night. Kanayaka, good night. All of the people, big up on yourself. Trinity, St. Lucia. So St. Lucia is on the tropical storm warning, I think, or what? Tropical storm watch, I think. So it means that in the next couple of hours, they may start experiencing tropical storm conditions, increased rainfall, increased wind speeds and such. So we'll see. But St. Lucia is not in the direct firing line of the system. But the diameter of the system is of such that the outer bands will impact many islands that are not going to face a direct hit from the system. I'll try to bring up let me see if I can find something. Right, so when you look at this here, so we can bring up this. So when you look at, very, very organized, the core of the system is very, very organized. You see the classic circulation, the defined center of low pressure, the eye of the system, extremely defined. But when you look at the outer bands of the system, you realize that many islands will be affected, even though they will not be directly impacted by the hurricane. So while they will not get a direct hit, as we say, the outer bands are so far spread that rainfall, probably torrential in some cases, and probably hurricane force or tropical storm force winds will affect some of these islands, even though they are not in the direct path, predicted path of the system. I am here to see a spaghetti track of the system. We're just seeing the cones just the same, and I spoke at length about what the cone mean and possibilities. I'll come back to that again in a few. So, James Bond, where are you with, brother? All is well? Zane? So right, I said slight breeze, but really hot here. Yes, generally on the approach of an hurricane. Temperatures tend to be very high. The place, the air becomes a little bit oppressive, and yeah, so yeah. Fishing boat from Port Royal and Portmore usually end up in Bridgeport because of storm surges. I can't really speak to that still in a DJ Pablo TV, but you could be right, so I don't know. And thing. Romeo, want to go on? Yeah, it's been a while, but we're there, see me, you know. Just some things where, but we're there. We're not going nowhere, man. We're there, see me, you see? And them something. So yes, so even though, so let me go back to here. Let me try share this. What am I looking at here? Can't get this no bigger, but alright, so I'm sharing. So here is another satellite crap. Oh, I can't share this. Why? I don't like that. Oh. I'm gonna go up on the page. I probably can't find it. So, alright, so here it is. Right, so here's another satellite imagery of what is happening in the Atlantic Basin and the Caribbean Basin by extension. Now, when we were looking this morning, the models were suggesting that on approach to Jamaica, and while the system was passing Jamaica, it may be a category 4. Other models as the day went on was saying it may be a category 3. Other models are now saying it may be a category 2. Again, this morning when we spoke, we said that the system can have a free run for a number of reasons. One, there's no Saharan dust above or below the system to kind of help to channel it. So when the system comes in the windward and meet what you call the Bermuda highs, that is the wind system that kind of push hurricanes across the Caribbean Basin, there's nothing there to kind of divert its path. There's no upper level wind shear. There's no Saharan dust. These islands are generally very small, and especially like Barbados, relatively flat, so they are not very mountainous that will help to kind of pull the system apart to kind of break up the organization. And added to that, the surface temperatures within the Atlantic Basin and the Caribbean Sea are very favorable for rapid intensification. The system moved from a tropical storm to a category 4 hurricane in almost record time. You understand? Because the conditions were so favorable. Now, what they're suggesting, the experts, is that when it comes into the southern Caribbean Basin, conditions may not be as favorable for the sustenance of a category 3-4 system, but it may decrease. Again, still early days. For the people now who are wondering about the Jamaican situation, again, so the Jamaica match, Mexico, Ecuador, I think Jamaica just lose 2-0. I did watch a match by one place over here, so I guess that done. We can't move on. Sorry, for the Jamaican situation, let me say we can go back to, alright, so I'm going to refresh this and use this page. We can have a whole heap of windows open. Yeah, so currently the system is a category 4. It is expected to approach the Windward Islands, directly impacting Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Also, even though the cone is so small in relation to where Barbados and Trinidad is, the width of the system is of such that it will impact severely the weather condition in places like Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia and Martinique, and probably even Dominica and Guadeloupe. So Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are expected to take a direct hit from a category 4 hurricane. That is potentially catastrophic as it relates to loss of property and, unfortunately, loss of lives. We hope for the best, and we hope that the infrastructure in these islands are able to withstand as best as possible whatever impact winds of over 130 miles per hour and whatever amount of rainfall will accompany the system. And then when we move out into the Southern Caribbean Basin, the Southeastern Caribbean Basin, the system is expected to weaken slightly to a Category 3 past to the south of Hispaniola and approaching Jamaica by Wednesday morning. So late Tuesday night, Wednesday morning is when Jamaica should start feeling some effects of the approach of the system. Exactly what type of effects, that is the situation now. Because if you look at this carefully, it is suggesting that the system may have weakened to a Category 2 hurricane. Again, so let's look at the cone and what it means. See, the cone, if you realize closer to the system, it is narrower because it is easier for meteorologists to predict closer to the system the path that it will take. However, further out in the future, and based on all sort of conditions, atmospheric conditions, sea surface conditions, the topography or the relief of the areas that it will go over, they now are not as sure in their predictions. So the cone tend to become wider the further away you move from the actual system, right? So that is why it is so close, it is so narrow where it is at now, and as it goes, it gets wider and wider because the meteorologists are unable to predict with any sureness, I guess, too many days down the road. So Jamaica is in the cone. So the cone means a couple of things. One, the cone is a predicted area that the system will travel within. So where Jamaica is here, you realize we have the northern part of the cone above Jamaica, the southern part, way down, so you have the center line here. The hurricane can travel anywhere within these two blue lines at the top and at the bottom. So based on where the system is now, it is difficult for meteorologists to tell you exactly how close to or if the system will impact Jamaica directly. In the next 36, 48 hours, that will become more apparent. And again, when the conditions in and around Jamaica's territorial waters in the next few days will also give an indication of what may happen. So we don't know. So for the people asking if the system is going to impact Jamaica directly, I can't tell you. Zane, for the people that may ask if they need to go do shopping and them something that I can tell you. What I can tell you as a geography teacher is that we should take these things seriously every time. I know, say historically, many people have had experiences to say, oh, look here, every time we have a hurricane come and we go spend my money and shop, no hurricane come, and a supermarket then benefit and a thing designed for rob poor people, then money also out of them something there. Weather is not an exact science. It is something that is very fluid. It is something that is very dynamic. It is, and that here is the definition of weather. It is the state or condition of the atmosphere over a small area over a short period of time. That is what weather is. So if I hear them say it change just like the weather, because you can't go out there so now and the sun is shine. Well, not right now. And then as you go out further, 2 minutes rain start fall. That is, and then when you come back around here, so it dry. That is just how the weather changes. You understand what I say? It is not an exact science. See? So the prediction can be for a direct impact, I'm saying. And then the system divert and gone hundreds of miles south and north of that. That is just how it works. However, it is better for you to have the things that you need and don't want them than want them and don't have them. And whatever you buy in preparation for the hurricane, you're going to have them for you at your disposal just the same. I know some people budget may not be able to, facilitate or absorb the extraness there. So make me understand that to be real with you. I get that. But it is always, and preparing for a hurricane don't just mean so you stock up on water and food. We always think that. There's more to it. If you have big tree around the house, trim them down if you can't cut them down. Because trees will be able to trap wind and blow over easily. So if you cut them down, it makes them more aerodynamic, I suppose. So all of them something, they clean drains if them the near yard. You understand what I mean? I say if you know say which way you live flooded, start make plans to evacuate. Get your documents them together. If you have medications taken, stack up on your medication. A whole host of things. And not just buy food, but we love the profiling and supermarket and everybody there supermarket a bounce up. That we don't know. Something about that. A full thing when hurricane come. Everybody fear buy bread and something. It's more than that. Zane, hold on. Kerry said, me take away a spanner. Then me don't know. Me a talk about that Lord Kerry because me don't know. Me don't understand that. Comment, let me see you. Zane, me not trouble nobody spanner reset. Kerry J. So Kerry, how you look around this? So? Me never take away nobody spanner. Me don't know. As moderator. Kerry said, me take away a spanner. Yo, let me get back our spanner there. Kerry, I don't know if it's... You remember one night when I come on and I accidentally put you on timeout or something? I don't know if probably other night, but yeah. See, we blow back a spanner right here. So again, make we is a good thing. So, not the problem because me Kerry all show me out, so make me all show things from my screen where people not supposed to see. I lie still, but yeah. So Evan Thompson, this was a TVJ news thing. TVJ, I just educate the people. I'm not bother with the foolishness, because I don't want to stay, You understand? This was a news clip posted by Weather Jamaica from TVJ. I wonder if you can hear. Let me see. Pro chat. Yeah, I'm not supposed to say I can hear when I play it. So, TVJ news thing from dealing with the system.
And we go back now to more news about Hurricane Beryl, which is barreling towards Jamaica based on current projections. Principal Director of the Met Service of Jamaica, Evan Thompson, says Jamaica is likely to be affected by Hurricane Beryl, but he says by tomorrow a determination is to be made if the system will be a threat. He says projections now show
Hold on, I hear the something I play? That's the next thing.
That the system would likely be downgraded to a Category 2 hurricane if it does hit Jamaica.
What this means is that as the system is moving westward, what is being projected now is that there will be a bit of weakening of the system, and that is because the conditions in the Western Caribbean are not as conducive to the development as it has been over the Atlantic and will be in the Eastern Caribbean. So they are expecting that there will be some weakening. How much weakening is not very sure, because at the end of this forecast period, the accuracy is likely to shift from time to time, because it is not as sure the farther you are from the time that the prediction is made.
Mr. Thompson says there are some important things Jamaicans need to take into consideration.
So the three main messages that we want to leave with is that right now this is an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane that is moving into the Western Islands, the Windward Islands, a very dangerous situation, especially for the islands of the Eastern Caribbean, the Leewards in particular. And then it is a potentially catastrophic hurricane with very strong winds. Life-threatening storm surge is possible, damaging waves likely, very heavy rainfall as well. And number 3 point shows that the heavy rainfall and localized rainfall will extend through the Windward Islands. And the 4th point shows that Jamaica is also at risk of that heavy rainfall as the system moves closer and closer to us. Not just the heavy rainfall, but the strong winds associated with a hurricane and all the other complexities with storm surge and landslides and all these other things that normally come, the hazards that come along with hurricane activity.
Meanwhile, Cabinet Minister Matthew Samuda says...
All right, we easy with that for your time. So, as Evan Thompson is saying, is that, yes, the Windward Islands will be treating with a Category 4 system. However, as the system passes through the Windward Islands, enter the Caribbean Basin, and upon approach of Jamaica, atmospheric conditions are not as favorable for a sustained major hurricane, so the system is expected to weaken somewhat. How much now is that weakening is the next issue. We don't know as yet. However, irrespective, and this is just me talking now.
Either way, Jamaicans need to take the warnings from the Met Office and the government seriously.
All right, you know that? Either way, Jamaicans need to take the warning from the Met Office and the government seriously. So this is just my 2 cents now. This is me giving in my opinion as it relates to Jamaica. Yeah? So let me go back over here. So screen share. Now, again, so the cone is just a visual demarcation of the possible areas along which or within which the system can travel. Again, it is closer, the cone is narrower, closer to the system, because meteorologists are better able to predict what the hurricane will be doing with immediacy. As it gets further and further out and days down the road, it is not so precise, they're not able to predict it so precisely, so the cone becomes wider. However, when you see the cone, it means a couple of things. It means that the system, the center of the system, the eye of the system and the eye wall and the core of the hurricane, which is the most destructive area of the system, the eye wall that is, can travel anywhere between the line marking the cone. Now, again, even if south of Jamaica, down where the white and black meet here, so, where one cone end and another one is superimposed, even if the eye travel down there, so, the diameter of the system is as such where Jamaica will be affected by adverse weather condition. How bad will it be? We don't know. And I say hypothetically, if I down there, so how close will the system travel to Jamaica and how intense will the system be will ultimately determine the level of impact that the system will have on the country. So at best, there will be rainfall. At worst, we could be impacted by a strong hurricane. Again, still early days. So again, as I'm telling you this morning, these streams are not about no doom and gloom and go buy plyboard for nail up your wind. I am saying, keep an eye. Zine? Again, I am wondering what is the situation. I know somebody spoke about the situation in St. Lucia earlier. If there's anybody watching from in the Eastern Caribbean or out in Barbados or in Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Martinique, Dominica, even in Guadeloupe, if I speak English, it would be interesting to hear from you guys what is the situation on the ground there. Is there any island in the region that has started to experience effects of the outer bands of the system as yet? It would be interesting. So that are the situation with the system, peeps. As at 8 p.m., it was located at latitude 11.2 degrees north, longitude 57.3 degrees west, packing maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour, moving to the west-northwest at 18 miles per hour. And as I said earlier, the 18 miles per hour, it has slowed down. It was moving at a rate of 21 miles per hour. 18 miles per hour is still fairly quick, but the 21 miles per hour would have even been better, because the faster the system moves, the better it is for anywhere the system will affect. It means that the impact, even though it might be severe, it will be over a shorter period of time versus a very slow system that will sit and become stationary for hours, dumping rain up, inches of rain upon rain upon rain, causing flooding, catastrophic flooding, battering buildings and infrastructure for hours upon hours with winds of 130 miles per hour and even greater gusts. You don't want that. You want the system to move as quickly as possible, and as such, the potential impact will be reduced. It may sound strange to some people, but the faster the hurricane move, the better it is for anywhere that it will impact. Yeah? You don't want a sitting system dumping rain and battering you with winds for hours. You understand? That not safe. I am in the St. Vincent, nothing as yet. Tomorrow. Right. So the system is still way out. Well, not way out. It's still out in the Atlantic, approaching the Windward Islands. Marshall says he's in St. Vincent and nothing yet. I hope, my brother, that you and your family have taken whatever precautions are possible at this time to treat with the pending hurricane. And I also hope that you guys will be able to ride out the storm as best as possible. And we're praying for you, my father. You understand what I say? And thing. But Simon, you know, technically deep waters wouldn't really be a slow down. It would be shallow waters. But that's the next story for you next time. That is why they said that islands with extensive coral reefs tend to be, you know, in a better position in terms of reducing the impact of storm surges and stuff. But okay. I don't really want to get too technical. You can check out this page at See Jamaica YouTube. As a feed on Barbados, they include others. Okay, cool, man. I appreciate that info there. Yeah, man. So that's the situation. So for the people who are in Jamaica, who are wondering, who are pondering, again, still early days. Evan Thompson, who is head of the Met Office, is suggesting that come late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, the island will be in some way, shape, or form experiencing effects of the system. As to the level of the effects, time will tell. The next 36-48 hours will paint, I guess, a better picture of the Jamaican situation. And unfortunately, the next 24 or so hours will also paint a better picture of what would have happened in the Windward Islands, especially places like Grenada and St. Vincent, the Grenadines, possibly Barbados and Tobago and such. Sorry, hoping for the best. Sorry, guys. Mandeville in the house. Blessings, Pure Stacy. Good night. Hope you're okay. Mr. Fabulous. Weather necessities are good to store up, and the weather is unpredictable at this moment. If Jamaica get touched or not. Very good advice, my friend. And thing. There's another. Yeah, there's I think Invest 96 with a potential. Me see it sometime it is saying 70% chance of development. I've seen it gone as low as 40%, and I've seen it at 50%. So it's fluctuating. So we are watching, and as I was saying earlier today as well, on record, this is the strongest hurricane that has been recorded so far south, so far east, so early in the hurricane system. And I went again and I spoke to the fact that even though there has been some pushback against the world climate change situation, it is a real thing. Just use your personal experience. Think about when you was a child growing up, how Christmas feel back then versus how Christmas feel now. You understand? Christmas is almost like summer now in Jamaica. That wasn't it when I was growing up. And me not as old as you think. You understand? So I was a boy not so long ago, you know. You understand? Me just have a big man look. You see me? So it is, and as I said, being a high school teacher of geography, these are some of the topics that we treat with in preparing our students for CSEC geography. Weather and climate change, which would treat with global warming and all of these things. And I would have also done, so I did first geography and social studies, then I did again geography and environmental studies. And doing environmental studies, we also looked at a lot of these things. So it is not whether or not these things are happening, really. It is how fast they're happening and the impact that they're having. You understand? If you just do a research on Mauritius or the Maldives or places like Holland or some like even Guyana has been treated with sea level rise along some coastal areas. You understand? So think about around Elsha around, for the people that want to know Elsha, and used to go Elsha Beach back in the days, beach for days, and look on Elsha now. Most of the shops along the beach are now underwater, and a lot of the beaches. So there are things that are happening in front of our eyes for people who are doubting, and I mean, I don't know what else I don't want to see. Sorry. And thing. Yeah, what I think about the Cayman Islands? So the Cayman Islands is in the projected cone. Again, so it means that the islands will or may be impacted somewhere, somehow. Still early days. I guess we are going to treat with Jamaica for the next couple of days, and then we'll see what happens. I guess whatever fate Jamaica will have, Cayman will probably have to treat with similar situations. So make we watch and see. Again, the cone suggests where the system may go, can go, could go. It can go anywhere between the lines and that you see. That is what it is. It's not an exact science. So it can be along the center line, it can be along the northern boundary, it can be along the southern boundary, or the cone may have to change and it gone further somewhere, not further. So we don't know. It's still early days. What we know for sure is that tonight going into tomorrow, well, late tonight going into tomorrow, into the day, our Caribbean brothers in Barbados, Tobago, possibly Trinidad, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, St. Lucia, Dominica, will be treating with some very rough weather for a while. Potentially catastrophic, as I try to avoid using that word as much as I can, because but the reality is just the reality. The islands, in terms of their physical size, are very small. They are not as mountainous as some of the islands in the Northern Caribbean, and as such are very, very, they have very little defense against these systems. And a category 4 hurricane, how much defense you can really have against that, in all honesty, to be truthful. I guess the silver lining is that the forward motion of the system is very rapid, 18 miles per hour. I wouldn't mind it increase again to the 21 or even greater. That would be more beneficial to the areas that it will affect, as beneficial as things can get in these situations. So we hope for the best. New York City hit 100 Fahrenheit a week ago. The earth is hot right now. I mean, like, every day last summer was a hotter day than the previous 100 years. Like Wayne said, me turn weatherman. Wayne, I want to tell us, early in our life of the channel, say a couple storms kind of helped build the channel. I think Matthew was one of them. During the passage of Matthew, I think we did just start the channel here and there about that time, because that was about 2016, and I did a few videos and thing, and people said, oh, that youth, it don't sound like him fooling, it sound like him can, you understand? And me do a few more. And I've covered the passage of many storms and hurricanes across the region down the years. I guess you don't know, Wayne, but I have taught geography for almost 20 years at the high school level, so I kind of, you know what I mean, I'm not so fool when it comes to things like these. I kind of can't angle myself knowledge-wise. So, yeah, I don't really weatherman still, but we just kind of, I mean, can't talk about some things. See, in Dominica, talk about the actual Dominica. But are you in Dominica? My friend, I don't know what the situation there is. I haven't spoken to anybody on the ground. If you are in Dominica, from the Dominican Republic, please, protection. Okay, for the animals, please. We are waiting. What are you guys being affected any at all in terms of rainfall or wind gusts from the outer bands of the system as yet, my friend in Dominica? And thing. So, yeah, man. Father Chris Jones. I'm sorry, Chris Jones asked me, I never see that. What if the water starts to freeze like the day after like the day after tomorrow? I don't even know what's the context in why you're asking that at all, my friend. Hopefully that doesn't happen. You understand? Marshall one, say respect. New York. Elsha and Nicola also look at Negril coastline now when compared to the late 90s. Sea levels rise coastal. Yes, Father Adrian. Big up yourself in where I did. 20 years, that's quite some time on it. Yeah, because I started teaching when I look a boy, you know, very young. You understand? Yeah, well, I think I started teaching when I was very young, early-ish. You understand? And I even spent a few years teaching before I actually went to Teachers College. Pre-trained type of thing on one primary school run on, well, all-age school run on one part and things. So I kind of do look at teaching. You understand? I taught for about 16 years. So when I said, yeah, about 16 years in total for you, and I'm really 20, I just make it so enough. Yeah, so, yeah, what? But yeah, we've been to do that. So, yeah, people, that's the situation. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you, but that is the info. We have to watch and see. Read the Jamaica situation again. There are many and again, you know, we sit down and wait. Sorry. This is part of why I haven't been doing a lot of work recently. I was sick for a while, and the remnants of being sick for a while has been this lingering dry cough that has been very irritating and annoying, and like I did a few interviews being extremely sick. People doesn't know. Somebody kind of have to take a break, that's a two, and then a whole heap of little things. So I don't know. See? They know me age and I carry. I don't like so they don't know me age. You don't know me age. I don't like when they know me age. You understand what I'm saying? And things. So as I'm saying, there's information out there. Everybody watch and post with them phone. There's a thing called Google Chrome. Just do local research, man. You don't have to wait for nobody. You understand? There are many websites and apps that you can get up-to-date information, accurate information from. See? So you have to just get the thing. What may I look for? This one. So this is projecting arrival time. So between late Tuesday into early Wednesday morning is when Jamaica will be treating with the effects of the system. Teach them lie. Man say lazy me lazy. Say James Ward, you come like some people where love when then tell people tell them lying because me I tell you the truth and you say I lie me I tell. But tell lazy. No bro, never. Me have family to feed, you know. You understand what I say? And the youth them they eat enough. So you can't, you understand? So that's the situation. People don't really come and stay long again. I not really realize that the stream this morning was about an hour. I mean, I say 15 minutes, I come spend and gone. I'm see if any update over here before I left. No. Yeah, so. Again, these are projected tracks. So by about 8 p.m. Wednesday, the system should be on its way passing the island, if not very close to the western end of the island. So we watch and see. Yeah, by Wednesday morning, we see what go on in our dance, yeah, sir. And then something there. Stop sharing my screen, yeah. Yeah, people. So, I that go on. Zigzag, where I deal with a long time in a see in a family, but we're there. You understand? And thing. So, yeah. Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad, Tobago more so than Trinidad, but Trinidad also, Barbados, St. Lucia, Dominica, all these areas are in a very precarious position going into late tonight, early in the morning. We're hoping for the best. I hope that, you know, the preparation will help to mitigate whatever impact will come about. And when we start, you know, looking at the pictures and videos after the hurricane has passed the Windward Islands, the southern Windward Islands, then we will, be able to say that there hasn't been any loss of life, and the destruction to property and infrastructure is very minimal. We only can hope for the best. As for the Jamaican situation, still early days. We know we have bad ways. We are the same. We always prepare for hurricane. Sorry, and see the coughing start and now goes up, And them never come, but as me I say, it is the one we're not prepared for that might come. See, that is the way of the world. And it is also very worrying that so early in the season, such a major hurricane and the rate at which the intensification occurred is frightening. You understand? And that may be a snapshot in the future, for the future of things and time to come. We just have to wait and see. See? My cousin go on a yard yesterday, my grudge her. Hopefully cuz will be okay and she alright. Silver blood say 15 1. Yeah, brother, a long time I do the thing, father. A whole heap of youth. We help make things of themselves in this country here, We've been a serve this country long time, brother. You understand? From when teachers pay, can only buy 2 potty. You see? Far, man, long time, and I asked. But I started when I was very young. You understand? And there's up there. So yeah. Hurricane season start early. Well, June 1 it really start officially. It's just that we're into, you think about it, we're in our second name system now, and our second name system is currently a category 4 hurricane. That is crazy. You understand what I say? And again, the older name system don't treat you well. From Allen to Charlie to Mitch to Ivan to Dean to Gustav to so many of them I can't even remember them off of my head. You understand? Lenny did affect me like that? No, because I think Lenny came early December when I was in primary school one year. I remember that vividly. And I said, hurricane vehicle. After that time, I love Jane. And I said, hurricane vehicle in December. Then I say November 30 is done. And then I start, then time in about grade 3 or 4. And I start learning, say, say, hurricane and thing are serious. So after that time, we start falling in love with the thing and then sitting there. And so we got high school and book up on one teacher, make we love it, more, and then we got college go do it and them something. Wrong way, Lenny they call it. You see me? So, Andrew not so old still, No. When we left for Gilbert, we know Gilbert is Jamaica. When we say hurricane and Gilbert first, the old name storm them not treat you so well. You understand? The most powerful hurricane that I've witnessed, like remember, was Hurricane Ivan, because during Ivan time, I was a young teenage boy. You understand? And me kind of live with a biggish woman type at the time. You understand? Make sure she's safe and such things and then sitting there. And you are with them, window them fix up and sitting and, you understand? Help cut down tree and sitting when after I gone and then sitting there. Yeah, good times. You understand? So I was a big man during Ivan. And then Dean, I was in college. It was in the summer months because I was working in New Kingston at one place there during the summer there. And I did there live on, I stay on a Michael as for accommodation for the summer. So I remember that one day. Yeah man, big man carry me. You didn't take up that on your head. I saw you take up people business for on the head. Yeah man, Ivan approached the island as a category 4 system. You hear wind out a door attack. No, Gilbert, say, I was telling my family the other day, when Gilbert came, I wasn't even 3 yet. See? But for whatever reasons, my friends, I can tell you things that I remember about Gilbert. I remember them running from the yard with us. At the time, me and my little cousin and my granny. Now, my granny run with us. You understand? To a Pentecostal church up on the guinea tree up the lane. Zane. And we're there watching the guinea tree a dance out for drop on the church. Like I can remember things vividly from Oriki, and I wasn't even a 3-year-old at the time. Yeah? So, I don't know. I guess it's just one of them things. I don't know, it's probably just my geography senses from them time they heightened. You understand? So, strangely. So Silver D, while I was a wee child at the time, I remember some things. Teach, you never did a tree in... No, Kerry, is my mother. Me tell you, say, me ain't tree yet when Gilbert come. Gilbert not coming every month a year. So me then be tree in a 1 month of the year. Didn't Gilbert never in another month there? Then what Kerry want from me? Jason Jones said he was there. Also, Jason probably remember enough things and Ricardo. And thing. Ricardo Fonseca sound like a Costa Rican type of surname or Mexico type of surname. See, in some Central Latin America type of surname. You understand? Kerry, Gilbert came September 1988. I was born in November. So that means I came before my birthday. Then what you want from me? Eh? Yo. Oh boy. Blessings Father Fonseca, yeah man. So me not have that recollection there where a man at 6 or 9 would have Gilbert, but there are some things that I has never left my mind about that storm. The hurricane that I experienced full on first. I experienced the effects of Mitch. I think Mitch was about 96, 97. So I think that probably was close to when I just started high school. I was about to start high school. And I remember the house started flooding out during the passage of Mitch and all of them something. I remember them little things. You understand what I say? But then the hurricane that, really and truly would have been Ivan and then Dean. Like Dean wasn't a walk in the park either. You understand? The old wind that Michael in our room and it then nearly blew out. I think I was staying on Glenoway at the time. During the passage of the hurricane. So yeah, remember these things. And then the passage of Tropical Storm Gustav, I think that was in 2008, thereabout. A lot of rain fell from, I remember that one because I think I just finished college them time. Then I went back home and went to look for my other side of the family at St. Mary. So that catch me at St. Mary. So yeah, I remember some little things. Hurricane Dennis, a lot of rain. And then I remember, I think it was Wilma. Wilma was, I think when I just started college. And we have left go home and then the whole of that's such a road the name out of Ferry there, so flood out and sort of sitting and bus lock off and what I don't know, yeah man. I think that was Wilma because I don't think that we were so much impacted by the passage of Katrina before it destroyed Louisiana. So I think that would have been Wilma. And some other one. Many of them, yeah, man. Too much old Spanish people work Hurricane Center. Them sort of... I heard my parents talk about Gilbert and they said that no hurricane come close. I suppose the thing with Gilbert, Gilbert impacted us as a category. I don't want to tell a lie now. I will say category 3 hurricane. I think Gilbert was a category 3. Ivan impacted us as a category 4 hurricane. But the difference is that the infrastructure during Gilbert wasn't as robust as it was during Ivan. So if the infrastructure was the same, Ivan would have caused much greater damage than Gilbert did. It's just that the infrastructure during Gilbert wasn't nowhere close to how robust it was during Ivan, because we have moved on as a country, We're not in the 80s anymore. So I guess that is why the Gilbert experience, kind of stick in those people's mind versus but Ivan was a terrible storm. It's just that where the infrastructure was at that time in 2004, because I think Ivan was in 2004, Because I think Ivan was the year before I went to college, or it was the same year. If it's not 2004, it's 2005. See? So that's why, Gilbert, the effects of Gilbert was so great compared to Ivan. So I'm born at St. Mary, my father, and grew up between St. Mary and St. Anne. I think like Simeon said Gilbert more serious still. Well, I don't know if a category 3 hurricane would be more serious than a category 4 hurricane still, but then it depends on how you look at it. My view is just that, is, for example, like the 2010 earthquake that destroyed and killed about 250,000 people in Haiti. See, that earthquake would not have caused half that damage or taken half the amount of lives if it had affected Jamaica, because the truth of the matter is that the infrastructure in Jamaica compared to Haiti is miles apart. So a 1988 category 3 system will look like it is far more destructive based on what happened at the time than a 2004 category 4 hurricane. That probably don't make no sense, but I kind of understand what me I say still. But yeah, and things. So yeah, but Gilbert is the storm that has been etched in Jamaica's history, and I think the thing with Gilbert is that Gilbert was so immortalized in songs and poems and them something there. So that kind of, make it and Ivan wasn't just a category 4 hurricane, Ivan was a strong category 4 hurricane. You understand? So I'm suggesting that if these systems had occurred in the same era, then Ivan would have caused more damage. That's all I'm saying. It's merely based on the intensity of the system. Zane? Recency bias. 51 storm was what? Charlie? I think 51 was Charlie, and then Alan was another one. 67, somewhere there. But I kind of did know these things one time, but as James Bond said, I get lazy and these things. Storm tracking was not so. Yeah, and that was one of the things to deal. Because with Gilbert, now, so we are out 3-4 days with Beryl, and when we have an idea that back in those days, hurricane just creep up on you. You wake up in the morning and sun shine, and then by night come, your house blow down. You understand? I don't think it was so bad with Gilbert still, but in the 60s and probably 70s, that was the situation. Gilbert was way slower. I don't think Gilbert turned around, Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened with hurricanes generally. It is how the hurricane rotate. So you will face, or a couple of things. One, so when the system rotates, you will probably be facing one side of the eye wall here. Then when you rotate again, you're facing another one. Or what happens is as the eye of the system passes, there's calm. So there's very little rain, very little cloud cover. It is calm. That is the center of low pressure, very calm. So the eye wall pass you first and mash up your veranda sitting. You get calm, you say, oh, hurricane done. Then now, as the eye pass over you, then the other part of the eye wall now are going to blow off your roof, and you say, turn the hurricane, turn back. I mean, you have had hurricanes in their tracks kind of circle back, to be honest with you, Zane, but Gilbert never necessarily goes and turn back come round, so it is just the nature of these systems and the rotation and the eye wall. First part of the eye wall, then the eye, and then the eye. So I don't think the system really and truly did turn back like that. Yeah, I remember Sandy caused some rain in Jamaica too. I think Wilma, Sandy, them two systems there. I think Sandy was, because 2005 was a rough year for hurricane in us, because I think Wilma, Sandy, and Katrina was in the same year, if memory serves me correctly. And thing. Yeah, man, infrastructurally, we were way far ahead with Ivan, bro, man. That is why the destruction wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. You understand? So the hurricane turn back thing is not really a turn back thing. It's just all the hurricane. Sorry, all the hurricane move. Yeah, that's what I say. Sandy was a direct hit on Jamaica. Sandy was 2012. Really? Oh yes. Yes. True. But 2005 storm every week. Yeah, I think 2005 was Wilma Katrina year, if memory serves me correctly. You understand? Yeah, Matthew was 2016. Yeah, Matthew was the one that was heading straight on, and Matthew just changed its course quick and fast. You understand what I say? Yeah. So again, it is just the science is not perfect, and upper level atmospheric condition and surface conditions and subsurface conditions and all of these things influence hurricanes. You understand? So very quickly things can change for the better or for the worse. You understand? We're preferably better. By the time it got to Cayman Islands, it was 167 miles per hour. Which one that DJ Pablo? Sandy? And then there was a set of hurricanes that destroyed Puerto Rico. Matthew. Yeah, Matthew was approaching us as a category 3 or 4 system. And it was scheduled for a direct hit. And because Matthew was a system that I was telling you about when I just started the channel in 2016, I was tracking. You understand? I saw some people, I said, oh, that you don't know little things about weather. Never know something I teach something in high school. You understand? I say, oh, I'm fine. Hurricanes have been recorded to have impacted Jamaica as far as the 17th century hurricane San Callisto. I didn't know that one, Adrian. So I have to go do some research. Yeah, a good youth, you know. Man, I sent him back at school. Remember, also a generation of children are disturbed. Gilbert generation, similar to the pandemic generation. Yeah, man, I know there was a lot of memes. I think them times the memes was just becoming a thing, and you have man a draw a gun at some things, and I say, man, a gun Jamaica draw upon Matthew, and Matthew turn back one whole heap of something. Yeah, and then people cuss then sharpen, and then no hurricane no come, and then sharpen again, and but I don't even know. Yeah, I know it was a high pressure ridge over the island that led to the deviation of the course of Matthew. 51 storm was either Charlie or Alan. Alan, 51 storm. May I say a Charlie? I could be wrong. You understand? And then something. So all of us have had, experiences with different systems and have different memories and stuff. So it is what it is. So that's why we know we shouldn't take these things lightly. Yeah, Gustav. Nobody can cross it. Yeah, Charlie was 51. See, Lady Vanessa, big up yourself. How are you? I think at the first time I see the name or the face. And I think Hurricane Gilbert was the second most intense tropical cyclone on record in the Atlantic Basin in terms of barometric pressure. Only hurricanes Wilma in 2005. Yeah, but then so big up yourself, do I? But then when was the barometric pressure of or atmospheric pressure of Gilbert at the lowest? Was it before Jamaica, over Jamaica, or after Jamaica? I would suspect that it was after Jamaica. You understand? Alan was 80. Yeah. Is it? Alright. Iman them Ryan Forrester. Yeah, Ryan Forrester is the greatest man who ever lived. You understand what I mean? I say, back in the days, these youths nowadays, they don't even watch news, much less weather. But them time when you watch the news, watch news and then watch sports, cause wait till Ryan Forrester come out. You understand? When Ryan Forrester read like a school of it. You understand? The great Ryan Forrester. Them youngins don't know Ryan Forrester, man. They only hear about Ryan. You understand? It has never been the same since Ryan Forrester. I think the closest person where we can say, we kind of have a vibe with Evan Thompson. But never 51 Alan at 8. Okay, yeah. It seems like Beryl name will get retired based on the devastation it might cause. Why, oh boy. Yeah, look good deal. See, and when I said deal got a smiggle this, I have to check, cause, you know what I mean? If I smiggle them man a geography expert, we can't, so we have to make him and them know. And addicted to geography, well, him name tell you, them man they are a geo expert, them man they been a teach you from former born. I lie that still. But Anthony and Beryl, rest in peace. So, sorry. that formed during the North Atlantic season. Gilbert peaked at Category 5. That brought widespread destruction to the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. And it's tied with 19. So Dwight, I know you know these things are you just a research. Because man just a flow. Gilbert it as category. Now man, Gilbert hit Jamaica as Category 3. That is what I am absolutely certain of. There's no guessing or spelling about that. Duty. No other way. No man, Ryan Forrester is the greatest thing, man. You understand what I say? Just like when you come on to sports about the place, Bobby Free and Ed Barnes are the two greatest things. No matter what they tell you, no matter who come after or before, Bobby Free and Ed Barnes. You understand when you come on to weather, Ryan Forrester. You understand what I say? When you come on to news, Doreen. Eileen Nicholson was a good news anchor too. But yeah. There are some great people who used to do them things, man. You understand? Lindy Della Penna was a very good sportscaster as well. They don't know these things. They don't miss the greatness. Yeah, but Dale want to go on before. Big up yourself in the youth. Who passes all is well enough. It as a high-end Cat 3 with wins up to Cat 4. Gus, well, but on record, Gilbert impacted Jamaica at Category 3. Okay. I'm not dispute that part still. See? Sorry, I never follow Gio more. I saw a thing again, Lady Vanessa. I one of them things. So you see when they look at earthquake go on and then look at hurricane and then sit there. We kind of debate and we talk. Dennis Hall. Me only hear about Dennis Hall. We never experienced Dennis Hall. As a matter of fact, when I played coaches match and school challenge quiz, I captained me did bright one time. Me not bright again. Me not so bright no more. When I played coaches match for school challenge quiz, see, I captained, and I have been trying to get the footage for that match and I can't get it in because me I said then time then me have to go ask TVJ how come I go want it. You understand me? I said plug it still or go on. You know said it been in a way in my father and I nothing new, you know. You understand me? I say. So I captained and that would have been 2000 and either 2000 and I would say 2009 or 2010 when I play a coaches match. Zane, Harlan, our next team name, I would have killed them. Me and Marlon, I think Marlon was a coach at Camperdown. We had the coach also from Woolmer's Boys and another coach from Norman Manley on the urban team. The urban team was Hall. I don't remember. I think Hall and Buckner. I think the rural school name. Or I would have killed them. You understand what I'm saying? No man, the footage in a black and white curve, man. Don't bright, man. You understand? Them time me the 54, see it? And thing. So me have to go search in match. I couldn't see it. You know, say we used to whop up some people. Can't manage a hurricane, you know. Boy, we can't keep on. I don't think we'll be forever missing a plug steel. We have been blessed, but there will be one we have to go treat with. So sooner or later, we need to get ourselves together. You understand what I say? We have seen some rain events where the flooding has been in some areas crazy. So rough, yeah. Hope say Vanessa. So Vanessa, so you want someone I know like it would be in TV. So Vanessa said Marlon was my chemistry Oh, so Vanessa attended. Call me and say, oh, Vanessa sound like a smart woman good as probably teacher. Vanessa was a student at Cedown. Marlon, brilliant gentleman. You understand what I say? TVJ may have copy. Then good as record over sitting them and chat. But I'm gonna try to seek it out still. See? That would be probably a coach at team about 3 years. Some of them time. Then come we play here after that, but I couldn't play. Me did you understand? In a situation where I couldn't play. So that's why I didn't play again. Look upon Bermuda, the amount of hurricanes they miss just because of the alright. But Bermuda, so as I said, Bermuda, Chungy, a lot of let me explain this. So there's a wind system called the Bermuda Highs. And it gets its name because it's really and truly over Bermuda. It's a high level wind system, upper atmospheric level wind system. So that is what kind of basically drives hurricanes across the region. You understand? So it kind of does two things. So when the system comes in the Atlantic Basin or the Caribbean, so the Bermuda Eye, they have one stream either carry them north above Hispaniola and curve to the United States, or one that is driving them across the Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico. So Bermuda is not just lucky because they're lucky. It is because the Bermuda Eyes is the wind system that is primarily driving the hurricanes. So it would be like the engines in the hurricanes driving them across different areas in the region. That's our next story for you next time. So it's basically so wind shear is kind of different. What wind shear does is really and truly disrupt the organization of hurricanes and kind of, I guess, similar, yes. Yeah. But then the Bermuda Eyes is really the thing that funnels these hurricanes in different direction. You understand? So basically, yeah. I don't want to get too technical. I'm kind of rusty too, you know. Teacher, as a geography teacher, I believe that you may have come across the term climate departure. And hurricanes may have something to do with it. Because you have a lot of hurricanes lead to what we call heat exchange. So these systems move massive amount of heat across oceans. One long story. We now get into that now, Adrian. You might know at school, them and send them back in. You understand? 51 storm, I never born. Grandmother did that tell me. But yeah, only hear me about that one day that you only hear about 51 storm. And thing. Bermuda lucky for real. So the luck that Bermuda has is actually geographical luck. I mean, Chungy said based on them location, which is right, but there's a wind system known as the Bermuda Highs that really and truly is kind of responsible for that. So you can do a little research about that. I can't get into, as I said, I'm kind of rusty I know still. So I'm going to start get technical and start get dunce. You understand? I don't want to do that. Zine. So these systems are responsible for moving vast amount of heat from the tropics into temperate zones and in some cases in frigid zones as well, keeping ocean currents circle, all sort of things. So hurricanes do some important things too. So that's our next story for you next time. You understand? Teach them to the clean like don't speak the book. Big up yourself in the family. You know, say a workspace, so we try to keep it on a little level still. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, we try. It's a battle keeping Amir out of here because I'm favorite place in the house. I couldn't, you understand? So more time, I have a war in here. So it's just that he can't win the war them yet still. So, you know, the day when him can't win the war, them probably might put me out. So I'm favorite place. I couldn't tell you why. You understand? When you make me feel like Donovan, laughable, I have always heard the term. That's what it means, 51 storm. So, but big up yourself, Peter. Yeah, man, we kind of, you know what I mean, kind of invest a little money what we make on the YouTube wisely. You understand? What's your prediction for Beryl and Jamaica? Jermaine Parkinson, I really and truly can't say. No, it's a little bit early. And based on all things, we still need a few days to kind of decide what is going to happen with Jamaica. All I'll say for now is that there will be some effects of the system felt in Jamaica. The level of the effects now, I can't say as yet. Probably the next 48 hours will give us a better picture. Evan Thompson is suggesting, and different models are suggesting, that the system will weaken a bit on its approach to Jamaica. How weak will that be is another thing. How organized the system will be at that time is another thing. What will the upper level conditions in and around Jamaica will be at that time is another thing. Will there be any wind shear anywhere in the area at the time to kind? So all of these things are speculation at the time. Just prepare for the best and prepare for the worst and hope for the best, I guess. So I can't say, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm the level of expertise. See, so the tropical storm in the Gulf was just, or can you say the tropicals, the system in the Gulf, that I think that was Invest 90 something, I remember, has now been named Tropical Storm Chris. Chris is my pet name, I don't like that. I'm going to see what go on over there. I'm saying, me can yo, where that thing, okay. Let me see if none of PHM have nothing upon Chris yet. Say me can go out in there. Plug is steel. Say me can go over now and go see what go on. I'm not gonna find them. I want to try this, but nah, for Lord Chef. The hurricane season seem like it a go rough. Starting from June already. It don't look good. It don't look good at all. You understand? I want to tell you. I look for you, so. Oceans on course. Something I know. Try to find it. No, I'm not find on here. But I take Chris word. Well, them say system name Chris now. Additional topic. Oh, okay. Beryl may not. So that's okay. Cool. Yeah, Chris. I don't even know, yeah. It's on the front page of the Hurricane Center. Okay, whenever the Hurricane Center, look where. Home. Oh, yeah, thanks. Me see it, there? Big up yourself. 2 minutes and refresh that page. Yeah, man, so we have Alberto was the first one. Beryl. Miss Beryl. And Father Chris Boteso. John, let me see what info on Chris. I'd probably now give me the specifics on Chris. Let me see if I can. Go back over there. So Chris, currently, maximum sustained winds 40 miles per hour. Barometric pressure or atmospheric pressure 1005 millibars. You know, you normally start getting concerns when so barometric or atmospheric pressure at sea level, normal pressure is 1013 millibars. The lower the barometric pressure gets, the more intense a system gets. That's why it's called a low pressure system. The lower the pressure drops, the more intense, the more organized the system becomes, the more precipitation is involved, more rainfall and all of these things. So one of the things that you want to look out for if you're concerned about the intensification of a system is atmospheric pressure. Here they call it central pressure. You will see it as barometric pressure, as somebody mentioned before, or atmospheric pressure. You understand? So 1005 millibars, so it's dropping. When it drops below 1,000 and it starts to get in the 990s and dropping there, so we are in for problems. It is currently located at latitude 20 degrees north and longitude 96.2 degrees west with a forward motion of 13 miles per hour, which is about average for systems. You understand? 12, 13, 14 miles per hour. Zane. So, I guess we'll see what Chris will go on with. Will it go remain over land and dissipate sooner, or will it take up northern curve? I don't know. Plus we have another invest out here. So as I said, this is fluctuating. I've seen it as high as 80, the 70, 40s, 50s, so it keeps fluctuating. So this has a 40% chance at the moment of developing into first a tropical depression, and then possibly a tropical storm, and then after that, who knows? So we watch and see. Me tired. You understand? I remember, I think it was in 2005 again when you look about 4 or 5 hurricanes. You all have hurricanes that twin. Hurricanes so close to each other, then join up and big. That was a crazy year, yeah, sir. You understand? I have never seen that before teach. No, man, it happens, man. Yeah, I've had images like this already at the region. I look on about 4 or 5 systems, man. You understand? Systems here, there, and everywhere. Just a farm soon dead. You understand? And them something there. Look at the coast of Africa. Yeah, we're seeing DJ look like in pay attention in geo class. We are seeing the west coast of Africa here, an area that look like there is some disturbance there again. I'll leave that alone, yeah, sir. Yeah, send it back. So, yeah, no. I don't know. So we have Chris. So the next storm, A, B, C, D. So the D storm will be a female, because that's how the storms are named. They alternate in genders. So Alberta was first. Alberto, then Lady Beryl, then Father Chris. Then we'll see what the D name is. I hope it's not Delilah. yo, you're going to go by my answer. I was talking about the farming so near to Panama. No man, but this is you're talking about, Chris. This would be Mexico there. Panama would be down here, so you understand? So this would be in the Mexico region. That wouldn't be Panama. You understand? All the record storm make me wonder if world leaders and global big business take climate change seriously. So many COPs annually and hardly any consensus. Because you have some major world leaders who are not convinced that global warming, climate change is a thing. So, and then again, many of these countries are the leading contributors of CO2 emission and methane and all of the greenhouse gases that are, exaggerating the greenhouse effect and leading to climate change, which is leading to global warming, which is ultimately climate change. You understand? So many of these countries, industrial nations, do not want to treat with it because it will affect them economically. You understand? Check on tropical tidbit. Sound like a good suggestion. Go over there and see what I go on. See? So my man them know what them more than me, I don't know, at them man here, where that man and me. Yazine. Bombat. They know one library, sir. Yeah, son. Category 4 Beryl near in the Caribbean. Zine. We see now, I think all the videos and things. I don't really want to come in and know a over video them, so I can't do who play them on the street. You know, so I never watch them off. But big up yourself. I appreciate that, sorry guys. Beryl is expected to remain an extremely dangerous category 4 hurricane when it reaches the Windward Islands. This is a very dangerous situation, and residents in these areas should listen to local government and emergency management officials for any preparedness and or evacuation orders. All preparation should be rushed to completion today. I think that today, Sunday, that potentially catastrophic hurricane force winds, a life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected when Beryl passes over portions of the Windward Islands, with the highest risk of the core in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada beginning early Monday morning. Hurricane warnings are in effect for much of the Windward Islands, and heavy rainfall and localized flooding are expected across the Windward Islands through Monday. Beryl is expected to remain a powerful hurricane as it moves across the Caribbean Sea later this week, and so on and so forth. A tropical storm watch has been issued for portions of the southern coast of the Dominican Republic and Haiti, which is Hispaniola. Interest elsewhere in Hispaniola, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and the remainder of the northwestern Caribbean should monitor its progress. So I guess that tell you everything we need to know. You understand? We need to monitor the thing as Jamaicans, and then something there. Make a phone call, bro. You can, yeah. And then something there. That was 5 p.m. advisory. Yeah, man. But even so, the situation remains same, Chungy. Even though at 5 o'clock, I don't think much has changed with the system based on. Because I was looking at the 8 o'clock update earlier, and it's basically the same thing. Yes, and not much to change. And these things. So, I know what I'm going. You understand? But yeah, I'm done talking to me. I'll stream probably early in the morning. I'm here in Ghana school. So I'm gonna have to get up and get him ready. I probably can bust a stream earlier man and see what I go on. Yeah, me look on Wickerman sometime. And thing. So yeah. Beryl, I go up to now my power. Where are you? Fitok. I don't know how to pronounce that, but where are you? Sound like you're in the Windward Islands. Thereabout. Probably Barbados, no? Trinidad. So let us know where you are. And these things. Current storms. I'm gonna go walk over. Yes, so as we were saying, crap. Based on all this state, I like now go show it. Current storms. I want to show you now go see based on home screen stay. So I'm going to take it out and see. Boom. There's always a way, you know. Right, so see, Barbados is currently experiencing the effects of the outer bands of the system. So we're seeing where Tobago is also just on the edge of some of the outer bands. Trinidad is probably also experiencing, you know, Northern Guyana also, it seems, would be experiencing some of those things, and even areas up to probably Dominica, up to Guadeloupe is probably experiencing some form of effects from the outer bands, probably clouds at this moment and thing. So the system well organized, the classic, circulation, the core of the system is Jaja. The eye wall is massive really, and that is the area. So this area around the eye that you see is red when it spirals, that is the core, the eye wall, the outer fringes of the eye wall. That is where the greatest impact of the hurricane is normally felt, whether it is rainfall or winds, and storm surges. Yeah. Current storms. So let me see if. So this is a 11 p.m. advisory. So this is the latest update. What time now? Yeah, 11. So the center of the system is located at 11.5 degrees north. So continue. Something wrong with my Facebook stream, but that's alright, we can't lose that. So latitude 11.5 degrees north, longitude 58.1 degrees west, maximum sustained wind same like the 8 o'clock advisory, 130 miles per hour, and the forward motion of the system has increased again, because for the 8 o'clock advisory it was 18 miles per hour down from 21, now it's back up to 20, and this is very good. It would be nice if it even move faster. See, as we explain why that is important. So, May I try to look for the exact in terms of miles where the system is from the Windward Islands at the moment, but I tell me that I probably soon find it somewhere. So we're seeing here where Barbados, Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are all under hurricane warnings. So these things. Let me see if I can find other thing. Oh, my stars is spaghetti something you know. I feel the same system this. Due to make official. Do not use this map to make decision. Seek of I'm not gonna look on it then see, but I guess some spaghetti tracks are starting to emerge. So I could watch and see, but they must say enough to take it official yet. So I can't go do that and oh no, I don't do that. Oh, big up to the person who plugged me into this. I like it. And these things. So yeah. I'm going to look at something here again. Let me see if I can show barometric pressure. I think that I try to show them, but I don't see it on this. I only say wind speed and wind direction. See if I can zoom. No. Can I zoom in? Okay. So it's telling that a low pressure system is in the region, a big old L there. You're seeing the wind direction and wind speed and these. Well, me can't. That's too technical for me to go through, you know, still. But I'm not really seeing what I look for. But yeah, but like that page here. Big up yourself, my father. I appreciate it. Learn when I learn. Yeah. Wednesday I go rough. I could pray for hope for the best now. Big up Negril. That's Nawab of Shadara. Big up yourself. Flooding can be an issue in some location. Will be an issue. Let's pray Jamaica that this one pass and don't hurt our island. Also, whilst praying Adolphus, let's, as we say Adolphus, Ruel Reed. Me fi stream from one day, you know. I don't want to get into it now, but Ruel, Mr. Ruel, yo, the man be here for you, I wonder if Beryl could just come and blow down for you himself. Why I tell her. But yeah, so JCP of Ruel, $3.3 million. They must say you didn't cost them whole heap of money, $20 million, then they got one heap of sitting. You see my political, I don't business with him going to no political rally. That's a film business and the party we ain't go there for. I can't have a man friend do that. However, if I was say a political representative, Ruel couldn't really, you understand, show like that. Like I tell him say, Ruel, you go and still, you know, so this not gonna really look good still. So I want you support the thing, but support the thing from far. You understand what I say? Then no, I will about things going on, you know. Because Paula, remember say Paula is no longer DPP. The matter is in front of the appeal court. They said that they will provide a ruling at the beginning of the Michaelmas term, I think. A Michaelmas are the one of a Christmas. Between September and December, I don't know. But them say by September when appeal court session resume, if she will continue at DPP as DPP, so that them something there. The whole cartel situation, no bail granted, plus the matter will be on the matter of whether or not there will be a retrial will be given sometime in July. Whole heap of foolishness. Mark Golding and in British citizenship business. You understand what I mean? That is not an illegal thing in term because members of the British Commonwealth, if you're a citizen within the British Commonwealth, you can sit in Parliament. But the issue with Mark Golding is not whether or not it is legal or illegal. It is really and truly as a man who is seeking the greatest office in the country, you can't be a dual citizen, brother. That don't make no sense. You understand what I mean? I think him said today, I'm going to renounce, but I say all of them look at things that go on and if stream and then I just lose the vibe most of the time. You understand? And then, as I say more time, the coughing was bad. Like, if you know, you know, but then James said, no, I whole heap of look at things. But I think the damage has been done. You understand? I think the damage as it relates to that has been done. In all fairness, it took long. And then he lied about it really. And that is then the next thing about it, because he went on some platforms and said he's not, and then him admit saying is, and then him saying nah, give it up, and unless the people them decide saying that was, look, if you want to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica, I don't think you can be holding on to another nationality like that. That don't make no sense. So whilst legally it is not an issue, Zane, you know, for the optics, I don't know about that. You understand? So I guess they have decided, and then Julian Robinson also. As I said, so I'm saying some of these things, you know, I should have streamed, and some of them I plan to stream, you know, and then I never stream. You understand? Because I don't know. Also, recently the Prime Minister talked about clamping down on fake news people. I talk about that a million different times. So this is not even something we need to talk about. I've spoken about that. And some people are talking about freedom of speech. Yeah, man, you're free to say what you want to say. But just know, so when you say it, there can be consequences. We talk about that millions of times on this channel. You understand what I mean? So that is me, and that is not new for me. See, people were spinning and saying, man, go after vloggers, and then if it's a vlogger and you create false news, then it's a part of the problem. And people are, look here, do you know that you can work all your life to build your reputation? And a man on social media decides, say, I'm going to do a video. And everything when I say in that video, people take it as gospel when not, and you can't change that, brother. So, look, it is okay until it happens to us. And somebody what we know, you know. So it is okay for you to do your videos and fight corruption and fight nepotism and cronyism and isms and schisms and burn out all sorts. That's fine. However, the moment you blur the line between what is true and what is a lie, then there should be consequences. It can't just be it can't just be so, because at the end of the day it's all okay, because we love people business, you know, we love gossip and we love sus, and that is why some channels are as big as they are, because it appeals to people, and that is fair. However, if it's a situation where people get up and plan videos when them know that the information is wrong, and all them are rely upon it to say allegedly and this, some of these videos are malicious, man. And then the flip side of that is on both sides of the political divide. You have plants on social media that are making videos for one side and videos for one side, destroying people's reputation. It can't just gossip family. You no matter what you want to say about free speech and this. Free speech is just one thing. So that's your right, but you also have a responsibility. And then Jamaica, I don't know if you realize, you know, Jamaica is becoming a very litigious place. So that's the next thing. So if you don't have money for mind people, it's up to, you know. You understand what I say? You can't be, as a country, here say there will be an initiative to treat with fake news, and that is a problem to you. It's not a problem, it can affect you. And me I go stream. Because I have what I'm going to talk about tonight. So, but me have some things to say. Because, and again, too, there's so much crap being said in the space. Zane, there has to be some balance. And me not say me are the only balanced person about it. But I think me need to